Hi dear student, welcome to today's class. Today we are going to discuss some extra questions from the section continuity. Question: if f of x is equal to sine of a plus 1 into x plus 2 sine x divided by x if x less than 0, 2 if x is equal to 0, root of 1 plus bx minus 1 divided by x if x greater than 0 is continuous at x is equal to 0, then find the values of a and b. That is our question. It is given that this function is continuous at x is equal to 0 and we need to find out the value of a and b. So in this question, it is given that it is continuous at x is equal to 0. That means the left hand limit at x is equal to 0 equal to the right hand limit at x is equal to 0 equal to f of 0. Since it is continuous at x is equal to 0, we can write the left hand limit at x is equal to 0 is equal to the right hand limit at x is equal to 0 is equal to f of 0. So I am going to find out the left hand limit at x is equal to 0. First, so the left hand limit, that is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus f of x. Limit x tends to 0 minus f of x, that we can write it as limit h tends to 0 f of a minus h. Limit h tends to 0 f of a minus h. This a means here we are going to find out the limit at 0. So this a becomes 0 minus h. So limit h tends to 0 f of 0 minus h. That is actually limit h tends to 0 f of minus h. Limit h tends to 0 f of minus h we will get. Okay, now what is the value of our function left side of 0? Okay, in the left side of 0, the value of the function is sine of a plus 1 x plus 2 sine x divided by x. So here we need to write f of minus h. That means we need to replace all the x by minus h. We need to replace all the x by minus h. Okay, that is equal to limit h tends to 0 sine of a plus 1 into minus h plus 2 sine of minus h divided by minus h. Okay, we just replaced all the x by minus h. Now sine of minus theta equal to minus sine theta. Okay, sine of minus theta. Sine of minus theta equal to minus sine theta. So the sine of a plus 1 minus h become minus, that is become limit h tends to 0 minus sine of a plus 1 into h. Here also we have sine of minus h, that is become minus 2 sine h divided by minus h. Okay, now the minus is common in numerator and denominator, so we can take it outside and we can cancel it. Okay, that minus is common in numerator and denominator, so just take it outside and we can cancel it. That is limit h tends to 0 minus sine of a plus 1 h plus 2 into sine h divided by minus h we will get, and that minus get cancelled. Now I am going to split the limit into 2, that is limit h tends to 0 sine of a plus 1 h divided by h plus 2 into limit h tends to 0 sin h by h. I just splitted that limit into 2. Now, in the first one, I'm going to multiply that with a plus 1 and divide it with a plus 1. I'm going to multiply a plus 1 in numerator and denominator. So, limit h tends to 0, a plus 1 into sine of a plus 1 h divided by a plus 1 h plus 2 into limit h tends to 0 sin h by h. This a plus 1 is constant that we can take it outside. So a plus 1 into. Now we have one result in limits, that is limit h tends to 0 sin h by h, that is equal to 1. Limit h tends to 0 sin h by h, that is equal to 1. So the second limit, that is become 1. And here also, if you have h with the sign, then the denominator should, in the denominator also you should have that h. Here we have a plus 1 h with sign. Then in denominator also we have that a plus 1 h. So we can apply this result here also. And by applying that result, we will get it as 1 plus 2 into 1. That is a plus 1 plus 2. That is equal to a plus 3 we will get. So the left hand limit we will get it as a plus 3. We just apply this result sin h by h. Here the angle is h and the denominator also we have h. And if you have same value as angle and the denominator, then you can apply this result. Okay. Now I'm going to find out the right hand limit. Left hand limit we got it as a plus 3. Now we will try to find out the right hand limit. So a right hand limit is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus f of x, that is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of 0 plus h, that is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of h. Limit h tends to 0 f of h. Okay. Right side we have the function root of 1 plus bx minus 1 divided by x. Root of 1 plus bx minus 1 divided by x. So I'm going to substitute that value. Limit h tends to 0. But here we have f of h. That means we need to replace all the x by h. Minus 1 divided by h we will get. Okay, root of 1 plus bh minus 1 divided by h we will get. The next step what we are going to do is, we are going to multiply numerator and denominator with root of 1 plus bh plus 1. Okay, we are going to multiply numerator and denominator with root of 1 plus bh plus 1. Okay, now this is equal to limit h tends to 0. Now just look at the numerator, a plus b into a minus b form, a plus b into a minus b form, a plus b into a minus b, that we know that is a square minus b square divided by h into root of 1 plus bh plus 1. Okay. Now square root of 1 plus bh all square, that square and square root get cancelled, and we will get it as limit h tends to 0, 1 plus bh minus 1 divided by h into square root of 1 plus bh plus 1. Okay. Now 1 and minus 1 get cancelled, and numerator we will have bh, and that h and this h in denominator get cancelled. That means the right hand limit to become limit h tends to 0, bh we will get, and h get cancelled. So b divided by square root of 1 plus bh plus 1. Now just put h is equal to 0. Then b divided by square root of 1 plus b into 0 plus 1. That is equal to b divided by 1 plus 1 is equal to b by 2. So we got the left hand limit and right hand limit. Left hand limit is equal to a plus 3 and right hand limit is equal to b by 2. Left hand limit is equal to a plus 3 and right hand limit is equal to b by 2. And since it is continuous at x is equal to 0, these two values, left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to f of 0, and here the value of f of 0, that is 2, because our function is defined in a way that if x is equal to 0, the function takes the value 2. So f of 0 is equal to 2. Now left hand limit is a plus 3, right hand limit b by 2 is equal to 2. That is a plus 3 is equal to 2, b by 2 is equal to 2. From this we will get a is equal to 2 minus 3, that is equal to minus 1, and b is equal to 4. So we got the value of a and b, that is a is equal to minus 1 and b is equal to 4. Now next question. Same type question only. Find the value of k for which f of x is equal to root of 1 plus kx minus root of 1 minus kx divided by x if minus 1 less than or equal to x less than 0, and 2x plus 1 divided by x minus 1 if 0 less than or equal to x less than 1. 0 less than or equal to x less than 1 is continuous at x is equal to 0. Since it is continuous at x is equal to 0, left hand limit at x is equal to 0 equal to right hand limit at x is equal to 0 is equal to f of 0. Okay, left hand limit at x is equal to 0 is equal to right hand limit at x is equal to 0 is equal to f of 0. And here equal to 0 here we have, so the function value f of 0 when x is equal to 0, the function value is 2x plus 1 divided by x minus 1. So 2 into 0 plus 1 divided by 0 minus 1, that is 1 by minus 1 is equal to minus 1. So we will get f of 0 is equal to minus 1 because the function is defined for x is equal to 0, that is 2x plus 1 divided by x minus 1. And now I am going to calculate this left hand limit. So left hand limit is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus f of x, that is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of 0 minus h, that is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of minus h, limit h tends to 0 f of minus h. Now the left side of 0 we have the function square root of 1 plus kx minus square root of 1 minus kx divided by x. In this we will replace all the x by minus h. Okay, so this we will get it as limit h tends to 0, just replace all the x by minus h, 1 plus k into minus h minus square root of 1 minus k into minus h divided by minus h. 1 plus k into minus h minus square root of 1 minus k into minus h divided by minus h, and this is equal to limit h tends to 0, square root of, this is become 1 minus kh minus square root of 1 plus kh divided by minus h. Square root of 1 minus kh minus square root of 1 plus kh divided by minus h. Now we are going to multiply in numerator and denominator with 1 minus kh minus square root of 1 plus kh divided by minus h into, just multiply your numerator and denominator with square root of 1 minus kh plus square root of 1 plus kh divided by square root of 1 minus kh plus square root of 1 plus kh, square root of 1 minus kh plus square root of 1 plus kh. Okay, now just look at the numerator. This is of the form a plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b form. A plus b into a minus b form. That is limit h tends to 0. Square root of a square 1 minus kh all square minus square root of b square 1 plus kh all square divided by minus h into square root of 1 minus kh plus square root of 1 plus kh. Now this is equal to limit h tends to 0. Square root of 1 minus kh all square. Square and square root get cancelled and 1 minus kh we will get. Minus 1 plus kh divided by minus h into square root of 1 minus kh plus square root of 1 plus kh. This is equal to limit h tends to 0. 1 minus kh, just open this bracket, then minus 1 and minus plus become minus kh divided by minus h into square root of 1 minus kh plus square root of 1 plus kh. And this is equal to 1 and minus 1 get cancelled. Minus kh that is become minus 2 kh. Limit h tends to 0. Minus 2 kh divided by minus h into square root of 1 minus kh plus square root of 1 plus kh. Okay, so minus and h from numerator and denominator get cancelled and we will get limit h tends to 0 2k divided by square root of 1 minus kh plus square root of 1 plus kh we will get. Now we will substitute h is equal to 0. Now we will substitute h is equal to 0. Then this is become 2k divided by square root of 1 minus k into 0 plus square root of 1 plus k into 0. That is equal to 2k divided by square root 1 plus square root 1. That is 2. That 2 and 2 get cancelled and we will get a. Now RHL, right hand limit is equal to left hand limit, we got it as k. A right hand limit is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus f of x, that is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of 0 plus h, that is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of h. Right side we have the function value limit h tends to 0 2x plus 1 divided by x minus 1. So 2h plus 1 divided by h minus 1. Now just put h is equal to 0, we will get it as minus 1. And since this function is continuous at x is equal to 0, we have left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to f of 0. Left hand limit the value is k, right hand limit value minus 1 and f of 0 that is also minus 1. And this implies we will get k is equal to minus 1. Okay, so k is equal to minus 1 for which function is continuous at x is equal to 0. Now next question. Find the value of a for which the function f defined as. Find the value of k for which the function f defined as f of x is equal to, defined as f of x is equal to a into sine pi by 2 x plus 1 if x less than or equal to 0 tan x minus sin x divided by x cube if x greater than 0 is continuous at x is equal to 0. So what is given to us? This function is continuous at x is equal to 0. That means left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to f of 0. Left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to f of 0. Okay. Here f of 0 at x is equal to 0, the function value is a into sine pi by 2 into x plus 1. So the value of x is 0, so 0 plus 1. That is equal to a into sine pi by 2. We know that the value of sine pi by 2 is 1. So f of 0 we will get it as a. Now we are going to calculate a right hand limit. So right hand limit is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus f of x. That is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of 0 plus h, that is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of h, limit h tends to 0 f of h, and this is equal to limit h tends to 0. Right side we have the function tan x minus sin x divided by x cube. Right side we have the function tan x minus sin x divided by x cube. So we will replace all the x by h. So tan h minus sin h by x cube, h cube, we will get. Now limit h tends to 0. I'm going to take tan h outside from numerator. Then we will get 1 minus. If you took tan x outside from the numerator, actually the sin h that we can write it as cos h into sin h by cos h. Right. I just multiplied numerator and denominator by cos h. And this is equal to cos h into tan h. So this sin h we can write it as cos h into tan h. And if you are taking tan h outside from this, then cos h will remain here, divided by h cube. And this we can write it as limit h tends to 0, tan h divided by h into 1 minus cos h divided by h square. Tan h divided by h into 1 minus cos h divided by h square. Now we are going to apply some trigonometric results. Limit h tends to 0, tan h by h into this 1 minus cos h, that we can write it as 2 sine square h by 2. 2 sine square h by 2 divided by h square. Because 1 minus cos 2x is equal to 2 sine square x. If you have 2x here, half of that angle we have here. Then 1 minus cos x is equal to 2 sine square, half of x is x by 2. Okay, 2 sine square x by 2. By using that result, we can replace this 1 minus cos h by 2 sine square h by 2. Okay, now we are going to make one adjustment, that is right hand limit is equal to limit h tends to 0, tan h by h into 2 sine square h by 2 we have in numerator, and in denominator also I need to make this h by 2. Okay, now we have h square, so I need to get h by 2 actually. H by 2 all square I need to get. For that, what I am going to do is, in denominator I am going to multiply and divide it with 4. Okay, in denominator I am going to multiply and divide it with 4. Then this is limit h tends to 0, tan h by h into 2 and 4 get cancelled, and we will get sine square h by 2. 2 and 4 get cancelled, and 2 we will have. There's h square by 4, that we can write it as h by 2 all square. H square by 4, that we can write it as h by 2 all square. 1 by 2, that is constant, just take it outside of the limit. Limit h tends to 0, tan h by h into sine square h by 2 divided by h by 2 all square, that we can write it as sine h by 2 divided by h by 2 all square. Okay, sine square h by 2 you will get it in numerator and h by 2 all square you will get it in denominator. Now this is equal to 1 by 2 into limit h tends to 0. I am going to split this limit into 2 into limit h tends to 0 sine h by 2 divided by h by 2 all square. Okay, this is 1 by 2 into limit h tends to 0, tan h by h is 1 into sine h by 2 divided by h by 2. The angle here it is h by 2 and that same value we have in denominator. So this limit h tends to 0, sine h by 2 divided by h by 2 is 1. So we will have 1 square. This is actually 1 by 2. So we will get the right hand limit is equal to 1 by 2. Since the left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to f of 0, left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to f of 0. Right hand limit is equal to f of 0 I am going to take. Right hand limit value is 1 by 2 and f of 0 value that is a. So we will get the value of a, that is a is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, the value of a, that is a is equal to 1 by 2.